Good morning, all. So, we've been talking about Moses. Moses and his journey from fearful to faithful. Last week, we saw a man who was afraid, but still faithful. We're going to continue on this path, but today I want to put on our wide focus lens. Just who was Moses talking to all the time? What was and is God like?
In order to answer that question, we're going to continue forward in Moses' story. He's finally taken the Israelites to Mount Sinai, where they're supposed to make an offering to the Lord. They're supposed to make an offering, and Moses will get the chance to talk to God directly. God came down to be physically present on the mountain. Mount Sinai was covered in smoke. It shook violently, and fire and smoke spewed forth like a furnace. The Israelites were afraid, and rightfully so. If they tried to climb the mountain, God warned, they would die from God's presence alone. Only Moses was invited up to see him. God and Moses talked about a lot of things on the mountain. It's where God gave Moses the Ten Commandments. We've talked about those before in a lot of detail, and they're not really the focus here, but this is the place where God gave them to Israel. When Moses came back down, he told the Israelites that God was going to speak to them now. The Israelites begged Moses to just repeat what God said. They were so afraid of God's power as the mountain shook and the sound of a trumpet roared. They were worried they'd just die if they heard God's voice. But Moses assured them that God was there to keep them from sinning, to remind them of his glory. This is the God that Moses was faithful to. This was the God that the Israelites learned to fear and follow. This was I Am, and he is a God of power.